is in the building.
What's up YouTube, it's your boy Pav aka WrestlinGifs, and finally welcome to episode 1 of Storytime with Pav. For the past 2 years I've been making the best quality wrestling content on YouTube, and I have talked about everything and anything from John Cena's rap album to Triple H becoming Stripper H in WrestleMania 19 to 57-year-old Ric Flair just bleeding all over the damn place. I have touched on everything but little boys, and now we're almost there to 100,000 subscribers, and I feel it's the perfect time to introduce a new series to the channel. A series where I just sit here, it's my big ass lights, it's the camera, and I talk about random childhood stories that involve wrestling. That way not only do you get some funny stories, but you also get to know me a little better, and I know the perfect story to start the series. It was January 2006, I was the biggest WWE fan, I was the biggest John Cena fan, and it was a Monday, so you already know what that meant. Monday Night Raw. And this was a time when you actually wanted to watch Raw and you didn't want to off yourself after watching for 15 minutes like these days. No, I was super excited because this wasn't just any episode of Raw. No, this was the first Raw after New Year's Revolution. And you guys know, growing up, the Raw after a pay-per-view was always a special night. I just wanted to know, did John Cena survive the Elimination Chamber? Was he still the WWE Champion? So all day at school, I was just waiting to go home for it to be 9 p.m. so I could watch Monday Night Raw. The issue was though, I wasn't able to watch Raw live every single week. See, sometimes my mom would be feeling all good and nice and she would let me watch my fake wrestling. Other times it would be 8:55 p.m, 5 minutes till Raw. I would be sitting there all excited, all happy, and she would just come in the room and be like, and I know what that meant. Time to get my ass into the room, go to sleep, and wake up and go to school tomorrow. But it was all good. I was a pretty tech savvy kid and I had technology. I wasn't a caveman SpongeBob. I had a VCR, and with my VCR I had a bunch of blank VHS tapes, so every time I wasn't able to watch Raw live, I just recorded it. I had so many episodes of Raw from 2004 and 5 just recorded, just sitting there. I had my own WWE Network operation going. I felt like the coolest kid ever. So I put the timer on for the recording, I went to sleep, and I knew, whatever, tomorrow afternoon after school, I'm gonna just sit there, I'm gonna eat my cereal, and I'm gonna watch some Monday Night Raw. I'm gonna finally find out if John Cena survived the Elimination Chamber. So Tuesday came and went at 2:45, I ran home, I ran like my life depended on it. I came home, I turned on the VCR, I turned on the TV, and it was just the best feeling ever, because even though my grandma was home, I was basically home alone. My parents weren't going to come home until 6 p.m, so it was just me, my TV, and my grandma. And my grandma never said anything. She was an 80-year-old Punjabi grandma who just drank her tea and slept all day and cleaned the house, okay? She never bothered me, she never said anything. All she wanted to do was make sure that I was happy and I was good. So I'm sitting there, I'm super excited, and I hear the classic. The following program may contain scenes of violence and mature themes. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. Well, it didn't really matter to me because my grandma can't speak English. The classic WWE intro starts where it goes like, "If not a world is watching." So the video package plays and it's the typical Elimination Chamber, 10 tons of steel, bulletproof glass. You see Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle, Chris Masters, Carlito, and you see my boy John Cena just tweaking in there. He's bleeding like it's Niagara Falls, but he does not care. And he pulls off the win, and I'm like, okay, life is good. I'm watching my wrestling. Cena is still champion. Everything's perfect. And then it happened. Vince McMahon came out, and I was like, oh, wow, Vince McMahon's gonna congratulate Cena. This is awesome. Great. No. That mother knucker, that piece of shit Edge walks out with his dumbass girlfriend, hands in the Money in the Bank contract, cashes it in, goes in the ring, beats up a bloody John Cena, and walks out WWE champion. I found out from a video package. I was just sitting there, I was so angry, I was just so sad because I'm like, why him? He could have lost to Carlito, he could have lost to Chris Masters, he could have lost to anyone. But Edge, really? The same guy who took Matt Hardy's girlfriend and then sent him packing to SmackDown? I hated Edge, I hated him so much, and now I was just pissed. But I was like, whatever, it's fine. The classic Monday Night Raw intro played, I got amped, I'm like, it's all good. Because I know the Chain Gang Soldier, Cena's gonna walk in there, probably get his rematch clause going, and win back the title. I was excited, I was happy. My grandma's sleeping, she has no idea what's going on. She's probably dreaming of being back home or something, I don't know. But no, that is not what happened. Cena didn't get no revenge, no. Instead, the first segment was Edge and Lita standing in the ring. He's with the title and it looked so wrong. It did not look right. Why did he have the spinning championship? That was Cena's belt. And this man's like, tonight, me and Lita, we're gonna celebrate. And I was like, okay. And they said they're going to do a live sex celebration. And I was just there like, don't you guys do that every week? Because to me, I didn't really know what that was. To me, it was basically like kissing, hugging, cuddling. And those idiots did that every single week. To me, kissing was like Spider-Man and Mary Jane in the first movie, all passionate, upside down, in the rain, you know? That's what kissing was to me. That's what, it was normal. Then I would watch Raw, and every week, these two idiots would have their tongues just in the other one's throat. They're just whiling. Every single week, it was like... So to me, that's what I thought sex was. Listen, I was 7 years old, okay? Let me live. I didn't know there was a whole other part to it. I still don't. Because to be honest, I'm a good kid. I'm saving myself for marriage. So then it's time for the main event. I skipped through most of Raw. I skipped through some commercials. It's time for the main event. And I'm just sitting there like... wow, this is really gonna happen. They go back live, and all I see is a bed in the middle of the ring. Edge's music plays, then Lita comes out, and they're just standing there. And I'm like, okay. They start talking and everything's fine, and then music starts playing. Some random slutty music starts playing, and they start taking off each other's clothes. They're taking off their tops. Edge is in his boxers. Lita's top is off, her pants are off, everything is off. They are just whiling. Meanwhile, I'm enjoying this like everything's fine. I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. I wonder what's gonna happen. I wanna be a big kid. I wanna know what a live celebration is. I wanna watch this. But then I remembered my grandma was right there sleeping. Here I was, a 7-year-old boy, watching a live celebration in the same room on TV while my 80-year-old grandma is sleeping. And I just started praying. I'm like, yo, please grandma, don't wake up. Grandma, don't you dare wake up. I could have just been a normal kid and paused it, watched it later, watched it tomorrow. But no, I wanted to see what a live celebration was. And meanwhile, my grandma's sleeping, but she was kind of snoring, so I was like, whatever, it's fine. She's probably not gonna wake up. So I'm watching, and Edge and Lita are just wildin'. All I see is Edge is beside the bed. He takes Lita and just throws her down like that. And of course, this is the moment my grandma awakes from her slumber. Fam, my grandma slowly gets up, she puts her glasses on, she looks at me, she's like, "Putt, tu theek hai?" Which basically in Punjabi means, son, are you okay? And I'm just there watching TV, I look at her and I'm like, Hanji Bibi? Which means, yes grandma. And I'm just praying, please don't look at the TV, not now. She looks at the TV and all she does is, huh? My grandma then looks to me, is like, "What the akadi wrestling ya?" Which means in Punjabi, son, what kind of fucking wrestling is this? I'm just like, grandma, I swear it's wrestling. I swear. I like ran to the TV. I'm like, grandma, look, there's a W right here. See the WWE logo? It's wrestling every week. There's a ring, there's people. And she just there like, cause it's not like they stopped in the ring. No, it's not like they just took each other's clothes off and they're in their lingerie and they just stopped. No. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? They got crazier and crazier. They are making out. They are doing their thing. They get into a bed and my poor grandma is traumatized. Fam, they're in the bed. They have their blankets on. The bed is shaking. It was literally like GTA San Andreas. You know when you take a girl into your car and buy a burger shop and the car starts going up and down? That's literally what was happening in the ring. And I'm just there like, oh my God, what do I do? I can't pause it because that's going to be even more awkward. I'm just trying to play it off like, oh, it's wrestling. And I'm just here like, yo, Cena, please, if you love me, please, can you do something? Can you stop this? Can the lights go? Can like Undertaker appear? I know he's on SmackDown, but can somebody please stop the damn celebration? My grandma had seen it all, okay? She had survived the partition in India. She has lived in 3 different countries, traveled everywhere. She's done her thing. But yo, she ain't never seen anything like this. Here she was watching her beloved 7-year-old innocent grandson watching a live celebration on TV. And if you ever wonder, why do I hate Edge? This is one of the reasons, okay? As much as Edge has screwed over John Cena, Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, everyone, he traumatized my poor 80-year-old grandma. My grandma was just there sitting like, yo, why did I come to this country? What is this? Why is he watching this? Oh my God, what do I do? I'm trying to distract my grandma. I'm trying to tell her like, oh, grandma, the weather's so nice outside. It was January in Toronto. It was like -10 and it was snowing. How nice was it? I started talking to my grandma. I'm like, grandma, you should go see your friends. What friends? All their friends are dead. So everything keeps going. Ric Flair makes an appearance and then John Cena comes. He grabs Lita, has her on her shoulder. She's in her lingerie. He does an F you to her. And now my grandma's like, why is the guy beating up the girl? So now not only does her 7-year-old grandson watch a live celebration, he apparently also enjoys women abuse because I was out here smiling after Cena F you Lita. What? But it ended, the show was over, and I was like, whatever, at least nothing crazy happened. It is what it is. I was happy. I was like, it's over. But then I remember, it hit me. What if my grandma tells my parents? What the hell am I gonna do then? I started tripping, anxiety, stress, and everything you could possibly imagine. I am tripping. I'm like, yo, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? So I try like distracting my grandma. I'm like, grandma, maybe you should go make your tea. Maybe you should go do this, do that. Just try to get her mind off everything. I'm thinking of all these scenarios. I'm like, okay, worst case, if my grandma tells my mom, I'll just be like, oh, grandma's just hallucinating. She's on her meds again. I don't know what she's doing. She's making this up. My grandma's crazy. Take her to a mental institution. I didn't watch it. Why would I watch that? Me? Watch a live celebration? No, I was watching Spider-Man. I was so paranoid. I took the VHS out of the VCR. I got my marker and I drew like Spider-Man on it. I wrote Spider-Man. So just in case my parents found the VHS, I'm like, oh, mom, it's just Spider-Man. My mom comes home from work, my dad comes home from work, and every time anyone talks, every time a word is spoken, I'm just there holding my breath because I'm like, what if this is the time my grandma tells them? Man, I was just so scared. I'm like, if my parents find out, they're going to beat me so hard. I'm probably going to get sent back to Punjab. Have I ever been to Punjab at that point? No. Well, they were probably going to send me there. They're probably going to get me deported even though I'm a Canadian citizen. Luckily, it didn't happen. My grandma, even though she was traumatized, even though she was scarred, even though she was just probably contemplating going back home and leaving Canada forever after what she saw on the television, she held it down. Because a grandma and a grandkid have the best bond ever. Grandmas are the realest G's out there. They will always hold it down for you. And that's where I really learned that. Because my grandma never snitched, she never ratted, even though she was traumatized, she didn't say anything. But man, it was fun. It was fun. As crazy as it sounds, I can't believe I'm able to say this. Yeah, remember the Edge and Lita's live celebration? Yeah, watched it with my grandma. My grandma never told, but every time I would watch wrestling from then on out, I remember watching Raw the next week on Tuesday. I remember my grandma just sitting there and she's like, "Putt, आज भी उन्होंने इतना करना है," which basically in Punjabi means, son, are they gonna do it again this week? And I'm just like, grandma, no. I'm just happy my grandma's not alive today, because imagine if she knew that I was telling the story to thousands of people on the internet. Yeah, man, it was wild. It was wild times. As a kid watching the WWE, you were never safe, no matter what. It would be normal, everything would be good, you're expecting some banger matches. Instead, you get bang, bikini contest, bang, live celebration, bang, a lingerie contest, a mud match, this, that, a commercial. It was just a mess. But we survived. We survived and we made it. Thank you guys for watching. In the comments below, let me know if you guys had a similar situation happen with you. Were you watching the live celebration with your grandma, grandpa, brother, sister, father, mother? Did you get caught? Did you get in trouble? Or were you lucky enough to watch it alone and probably hit puberty a few years earlier? Let me know below. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all the support. It truly means the world. Go join the Patreon. Go join the Reddit. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. More content coming soon. Thank you for watching this. It means the world to me. And also, let me know if you guys want more story times in the future, okay? I'll see you guys later. Peace.